Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of the South Newton Media Show. I'm Caleb Gross. This week is Fbla week and our spirit days include Monday is work from home, wear pajamas or leisure wear but be ready for conference calls. Tuesday, work from the tropics, wear tropics or Hawaiian wear. Wednesday is work from space, wear space related gear. Friday is work from the office, wear business wear or use a tie to dress up any outfit. During lunch, Fbla will host games to play for prizes. On Monday and Tuesday, 6 students will play for a chance to compete for finals on Wednesday. A final winner from each lunch on Wednesday will receive 2 movie tickets to the Fountain Stone Theater in Rensselaer. Also, a reminder there will be no school this Thursday as it's Parent-Teacher Conference Day. Last Tuesday, the boys basketball team competed against Caston for sectionals. South Newton lost with a score of 53-43. This brings an end to our winter sports as we'd like to thank all the coaches and players for making it a great season. With winter sports ending, spring sports are beginning soon. Here are some interviews with our spring sports coaches.
My name is Brittany Deedham, and I am the varsity softball coach here at South Newton High School. You get to be a part of a team. You get to go outside, have fun playing softball, learn new things, and really get to have that team aspect throughout school, something fun to look forward to. It's about 20 games. Our first game starts at the end of March against BC, and then from there we have about 20 games. I actually started playing softball my freshman year in high school because a friend of mine begged me to play, and look at me now. So my advice, if you're thinking about playing softball, give it a try.
My name is Jason Krug, and I'm an assistant coach for the South Newton baseball team. Some of the benefits, first and foremost, you get to be a part of a team. You know, you can't say enough about being a part of a team and being successful with a group of individuals. Learning new skills and having fun. Typically, our baseball season lasts about 2.5 months. Practice starts around March 15th, and typically sectionals occurs around Memorial Day. I started playing baseball when I was a little kid, T-ball, Little League, going through there. It's fun. I just enjoy the competitiveness of it.
I am Mr. Fenners. I'm currently the head varsity coach for both the men's and women's team, also kind of helping with the I think the number one benefit for joining track, specific to other athletics, is just living a more healthy lifestyle. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, team sports require specific skills that we often need from a very young age. And that means there's a huge learning curve and a lot of growth that has to take place. With track and field, it's not that way. We all know how to run. We all know how to play in sand and jump. We all know how to run away from people, run towards people, and throw heavy objects. And so a benefit of track and field is that we are a group that is open for everybody to come, that can provide multiple opportunities for everybody, and we're becoming increasingly competitive as the year goes on, and we're making it a big splash. It's about 13 meets right now. 13 meets in the regular season, regionals in the later parts of May, and then our state finals will be in June this year. I started doing track as a supplemental sport to other sports. I was heavily involved in football growing up, and my track coach was a football coach, and he kind of said, track is the one sport that feeds everybody else. In every sport, you need to be stronger, you need to be faster, you need to be more agile, and you need to be healthier, and track promotes all of these things. So if you're a person that's in another sport and wants to get better in your individual sports, I promise we can make you stronger, faster, and more able to compete. If you're a person that just wants to come out and just wants to be more fit, hey, that's what we do too.
Next, we have our senior spotlights from our basketball managers Ashanti Snodgrass and Gabby Shoemaker.
I'm Ashanti Snodgrass. I'm the daughter of Jeff and Tammy Snodgrass, and I'm a basketball manager for the boys JV and varsity basketball teams. I've been doing this since the 8th grade, so 5 years, and I'm also involved in FFA, student council, track, golf, and Spanish club. My future plans include attending Indiana University with a double major of sports broadcasting and performing arts. My favorite senior memory would just be working with the team so much, being at practices and getting to know the game a little better through and through, learning how to break different things down and how everything's ran the way it is.
Hi, my name is Gabby Shoemaker. I'm the daughter of Stephen Shoemaker. I manage the boys' JV and varsity basketball teams. I also manage the boys' football team and the boys' baseball team. I'm involved in Spanish club and on the prom committee, and I plan to go to IU to study for 4 years, pre-med track, and then 7 years at Johns Hopkins for a residency program.
Now for a brand new segment, here's Building with Bob.
Hello, welcome to Building with Mr. Hayes. Mr. Hayes, what are we building today?
Well, we're going to run the CNC mill today, and we're going to machine the flange.
Great, let's get to it.
All right. The program has been written in Inventor, all right, which is a piece of software, generated the code before they were writing their own code. So this is the first one that we're allowing them, the computer, to write the code. We've established where we are. We've set the Z0, and I think she's ready to start. So say yes, and then get up and get your hand on the BRB in case it decides to machine my vise. You gotta hit F5 though. There we go. That's it. In about 10 minutes it'll be done.
Students begin the project with the Autodesk Inventor software, where they build their model. The students are given exact dimensions and are able to build the model of the flange from there. After the model is completed, they download their model and upload it to the CNC machine software. There they will determine the correct tool type, spindle speed, feed rate, cutting direction, depth of cut, cut increment, and step over. The CNC software automatically generates the code, and they are able to run their project through the CNC mill. As the flange is being generated, it is important to oversee the project and keep your hand on the emergency stop button in case any error occurs. As you will see here shortly, the drill bit gets caught on the flange and causes the flange to jar away from the vise. This is because it is not safely secured in the vise. But since we hit the emergency stop button, we did not cause any harm to the vise.
How do you feel about your flange today?
I'm disappointed in myself because it was supposed to be done 4 months ago.
Why are you doing it now?
Better now than never.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright, so what's the turnout, Mr. Hayes?
Turnout is success. We had a slight error here. I think we didn't have it quite tight in the vise, but other than that, we're looking good.
Alright, thanks for joining us on Building with Mr. Hayes.
Builder Bob.
Mr. Hayes was not forced to do this production and chose to do it under his own free will. Building with Mr. Hayes has no infringement or correlation with the show Bob the Builder and should not be treated as such. This segment, Building with Mr. Hayes, along with Mr. Hayes, are property of the South Newton Media Department. All rights reserved.
With the end of the 9 weeks wrapping up this Wednesday, the end of the year is in sight. However, with the end of the 9 weeks coming up also means that spring break is approaching. If you plan on going somewhere during spring break, make sure to be safe. Wash your hands, wear your mask. There's a global pandemic still going on. The juniors and seniors really want prom, and we need the numbers to stay low in order for that to happen. Speaking of which, juniors, make sure to check your name on a list outside the office to see if you're eligible for prom. Thank you for joining us today. See you next week.